Good afternoon, boys and girls. New video, but same kind of situation. Rather than go to ride today, I'm going over to my friend Chris Whitwood's. No, not Chris, and we're going to roll the arches, hopefully. Hopefully going to stick to the back two, because the back two are the ones that are rubbing, but we need to roll them and maybe pull them out a little bit as well to stop them from rubbing. So I'm making my way over to his now. Want some WD-40 for some bolts, because I need to spray them if I'm going to do my coilovers. But yeah, other than that, I'm quite excited to do this, because I've never really seen it done before. I've seen videos of people rolling their arches with like a baseball bat or squashing it down like a book and things like that, but we're not doing it like that. We're doing it the proper way, which is good. But hopefully none of my paint splits or anything like that, or cracks, but we'll see. Hey, it's all a learning curve. But yeah, I'm making my way there now. Actually, I'm almost there, to be honest, but yeah, I'm gonna go and see him now and see how this goes. Chris is like trying to rush, so I can't film him. It's very bright. I've never done a motorcycle before. It's quite warm right now, actually. Chris used to have a beautiful RX-7 and they sold it.
Well, you'll have to tell everyone.
You have to send me some pictures so I can put it in the video.
Just put a picture of a car I don't own anymore. Right?
Yeah. Just to rub it in your face a little bit more.
Multi-wheel patterns, great fun.
That's what I found about
Listen,
that.
BMW, Germany, Japan, all the other countries and car makes that I can't be bothered to think of for this video that Jordan is forcing me to partake in. One wheel fitment, that's all you need, it's one wheel fitment.
It's true.
Preferably more than one bolt to hold it on. Half of you tyre garages out there can't even remember to put half the fucking bolts on anyway. Oh, swearing in your video.
That's alright.
Sorry.
That's all the time anyway.
Demonetised. So three key things to think about when rolling an arch is, do you want a roll or a flare, and whether or not the arch structurally can take it. Things like Mitsubishi Evos and stuff like that, if you were to come up and do any more than a 45-degree roll on the arch, they tend to buckle because this is structural to the panel, so you tend to get a small crease or divot in here. So you've got to try to decide what you want, and then third, whether the paint is strong enough to take it, whether it's already been
like on my Clio.
whether it's already been eaten away by somebody putting massive wheels on that weren't there from factory.
God, I like the sun, but it's annoying to film it.
Yeah, I just didn't want to sit in it without.
Oh, that's it now.
So what I'm doing with my left hand is bringing it in forwards and backwards to me and away from me. And just getting the angle right. Yeah, I'm pulling it ever so slightly because it's easy with the heat at the same time. Right, that is a full roll. So that right there, you know we could get our finger inside the arch before and I'll feel it. Huh?
That's actually amazing.
No such thing. So what you've got there is,
that's very
and you're super good because the paint is all intact. not one split. Now we could start going down here further, but the problem is this is squared, not rolled. Kind of chance of stretching and cracking paintwork. Okay. But I'd actually say, you know, fair play to Renault, the paintwork on this
Wow, you know.
isn't atrocious, you know, for how old's the car?
Well,
What?
13 years now?
13 years old. So, in actual fact, well done, Renault. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I mean, it is a sport, so they put
Wow.
extra special paint on
Better
it. So,
paint.
you know. But yeah, no, I like it. It's gone up nicely. So, as you can see, there's absolutely no way you can get anything in behind the lip now, and that's up to about this point here to here. So, I suppose the only issue is this bumper, which, like I said, I think we're going to put on cable ties rather than these tappers and screws in case you do a bottom out and it pulls the bumper. It'll break the cable tie, not
rather than that, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. The other
Sweet.
thing we could do is, if you want to book it in for a respray, I'll do a full pull for you, and we could come out probably out like that. From that point there, we could come out like that.
What?
Do a full pull. Would it kind of cool?
We could just do that now.
Just do it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah, bugger it.
Let me just
The paint's that good, we might as well just do it.
start hammering away at it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put sealant on the inside of the arch here to stop any shit going in behind what we rolled. So I'll put sealant in on that to stop any dirt getting in and start rusting away the inside of the arch. And then what we'll do is we'll mask this off, and we'll put black paint on the inside here, so that it's like an added barrier, and it also just gives it a little bit more elasticity and fresh paint, so that if this is cooling and it's, you know, starting to stretch slightly, it might help it all stay together.
Can assist.
Yeah, but otherwise your rubbing will still rub, but it won't be a sharp edge, it'll be a nice smooth edge. But you've gained a 45 degree, maybe a bit more angle on the inside of that. Let me do the seat and all that before I go too much further. I'm quite pleased with that. Come on, nice.
That's good, isn't it? It's weird, how different it is.
So it was like that,
Yeah.
and now it's like that. Renault put a lot of effort into making this car drive the way it should drive,
With everything
with the standard
they
wheel
put on
size,
there, yeah.
with that brake, with that suspension, and you know, we go ahead as car enthusiasts and we go and put massive wheels on it and you know, stupid hard suspension. Well, that's fine, but actually laws of physics say that if you make suspension rock hard, which is what most people do to fit big wheels so that they don't scrub, then actually the handling is going to get worse, and they don't realise that you can quite quickly ruin your car, like I have done many times to my own vehicle.
With many cars.
Exactly that.
It's all fun and games, though.
Yeah, it's all part of learning. It's all part of learning. If there's anybody that is watching your content that hasn't messed around with a car, well then I believe they're either in the wrong place, or they should get themselves a little play around car, learn something, take out an engine, work out what all the bits do, put it back together even better again.
This is why, as soon as I get my own place, I want a little MX-5. I'm going to do it.
I told you.
I'm telling myself I'm going to do
I
it.
told Jordan a year ago to buy an MX-5 with me, and we'd put all our effort and money into it, and we'd take it for track days. But he said no. He said no, I love the Clio. So what we're doing is a little bit of sealant up on the inside of the arch here, just to give it that little extra protection from the elements. And this is just your handy dandy household silicone. It doesn't really matter what you use, as long as you're putting a bit of a barrier against dirt and dust and water sitting in behind what you've just rolled. And it even doesn't have to be pretty, because
nobody's
going to go under there unless you run them over. Don't run people over.
What, and then we're going to put black paint on?
Yeah, then I'm probably just going to spray a little. I've got some masking tape. I'll mask up all the way up to the very bottom, so you won't see it, and we'll just spray some on it. And again, it's just an added layer. If this does start to rub again, and it's really bad, well,
especially on my 200-mile drive to Cornwall.
Potentially, yeah. I don't know why you didn't just move to Cornwall. You're always in Cornwall.
I know, love it.
I've got to play this little game now. Yeah, which is the correct stub pattern. Looks like it.
That, maybe?
Monster rotor grids. Are they grids or are they Torx?
Grids.
Rotor grids. We're using a 205/50R15 tyre. Like that. They're Nankangs, also known as fucking ditch finders.
Yeah, but they're not the semi-slicks I had on first.
No, they'll be better than that shit. You know you can make them lighter if you take air out of them, right?
How used to this crap?
I don't know if it's true. I don't know this. I'll tell you what, mate, this is what you want to buy. Just go over here, look. One of these. No, not the wheelie bin. Not the wheelie bin. This. The Suzuki Turd. Oh, I'm going to buy that bad boy one day. Gonna buy that bad boy. You haven't seen it yet, have you? You haven't clocked the amazing Japanese turd that is sat over there. Thanks, Winter, for the free wheels.
Yeah, totally. We're having to use this quality jack today for unfortunate reasons.
Someone broke my jack.
See, Chris claims he's a car guy, but he's got one of these pieces of shit.
Actually, these that come free with most
that
cars
seems really high.
are bloody are bloody brilliant for getting under really low dropped cars because they go so low, whereas a normal jack is normally quite big. You need a little skinny race jack if you want to lower your car. Shorter than most normal jacks, which is about that.
What Japanese piece do you want? It's alright.
Next to the Toyota Corolla GT-RS 34.5 V6 turbo twin supercharged
Absolute animal.
pro drift spec chicken nugget.
Oh, that was that Fast and Furious green looking thing.
What, the RS?
Whatever Paul Walker drives in the first one. I don't actually know what it's called.
Oh, Eclipse.
Yeah.
It probably was the original from the film, you know.
Yeah, you know.
All the money in Froome at the moment. All these people able to
look how well I wiped my car up on this
down
side.
the Froome market and buy a rusty bucket for £12.85.
This is why I work out daily.
All those gains. Yeah, all those gains.
I love these. That means I don't have to worry about the wheel. Good.
Halford's mate, £7.99. Halford's £7.99. Also known as health frauds. Don't go near the place. Alright for like a quick thing if you need it, you know.
They're a rip.
Yeah.
Buy it online. Delivered.
Say, but when do you ever do a job knowing you're going to need all the tools? So sometimes you do have to resort to going to your local establishment for cars. This video was sponsored by Reynolds Sports. So again, we'll start trying to hit the 45 degrees first. So we just start to move it so it gets supple, and then we're going to want to slowly try and
The paint one's a little bit more naff on this side, so we are concerned.
So just sort of talking a little bit then about paint imperfections, and as you can see, although Jordan takes a lot of care and pride over his car.
I do. I love it.
Have you washed this with a hedgehog? You can see up here, I don't know if you can see it so well in the camera, you'll have to let us know, George, but what you can see just here is like a shopping cart ding. You can see it inwards. So if you were going for a stretch, pulling the arch away from the car, it's going to put pressure all along this sort of top structural part of the panel, and you could find that bends inwards and creates a dimple, so because you've already got a weak spot. And then the other thing to note is on this arch already, you've got some paint missing here, which is showing bare metal.
And underneath.
And underneath up in here, this is all this is missing paint all along up to about here. And then there's a little bit there, but I'm not too worried about that because we're not going that far down. So it's already split the paintwork inside. We haven't rolled yet, but we are going to just go ham on this side and try and get it as flush as possible because it's already split, so we're not going to lose anything by going neatly, gently. We're probably just going to go heat.
Yeah.
And then 5 or 6 big passes, wind it up, 5 or 6 big
Go
passes,
again.
wind it up, until we get a nice flat run the same side. I mean, you can feel the paint's actually coming off.
Be gentle.
We've already lost a
Clip.
on there, so this side's not as good, but it makes my job easier.
Less pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want me to heat?
Yeah, I'm going to go for heat again in just a second. I just want to set it up so I think we want to go into about there. Put the dirty mark on the car and grab some heat. So you don't want to keep the heat in one place, you want to move it around so that you can stop the paint from getting burnt or too hot in one place. And what we're looking to do is heat the outside of the arch for about 10 centimetres over the area where we're going to be doing either side, and also the underside and the lip itself. So the more tactile and elastic you can get that paint, the better. May as well just move it out the way. Probably what's happened, you see how that's come up, it's probably chipped the paint off, where it was already split.
Yeah, it sits perfect, doesn't it? Right, that's that.
You've hit a big bump at some point.
Well, there's plenty of big bumps at the moment. They don't like fixing potholes around here. Number 2 is done. Just giving it a bit of lube. Look, I can see that little bit. A little bit of paint. Hey.
I would just like to say for the record that that was already split, this arch was atrocious.
That was already there.
Only split paint a couple of times.
Only here and there.
And both times were on my own car.
So it's probably on your own, wasn't it? Yeah.
Because I was a bit more confident to go a bit more aggressive and get a bit carried away trying to chase your dream. Your dream of crazy looking wheels.
This is what happens when you when you buy the wheels before you roll the arch. Looking good, looking good. Big shout out to Chris, appreciate it, man. Look at there. Yeah, all good. It's annoying, the more you clean these old cars, the worse the paint looks, but there you go. Done then, all clean, snow foamed, topped up a bit, but mainly got these arches rolled at the back. Hopefully now that's going to stop all the scrubbing, well not stop all of it, but stop a little bit of it. I want to get the coilovers on, hopefully I can sort that out, harder suspension, and then maybe I can drive down to Cornwall and save Emily the job, but looking nice and clean. I don't know if anyone else gets this, but as soon as you see someone use a snow foam gun, you really want one. So that's it now, I need a jet wash, snow foam gun. Just looks so cool. So cool. Cool, I need to take Chris to get back his Beamer. And then on to home.